I want to ask next about what mentors or figures shaped your approach to investing the most. And this can be, I imagine obviously 20 plus years at Driehaus, spending a lot of time with Richard, the founder of the firm. I'm sure he was a wonderful mentor. Are there, whether it's him or other people, what mentors and figures have shaped your approach to investing and just have shaped you?
Yeah. I mean, start off by just saying I completely agree. It's something that I wish I had more of is mentorship. And I've quoted Stan Druckenmiller a few times, but I think he has a quote, something to the extent of, if you have a choice between a paycheck and a mentor, take the mentor. And I absolutely agree. I mean, it's something that we could never get enough of. So yeah, I think Richard, just because I started at Driehaus, out of school and was able to work for Richard Driehaus, at the time he was 6 months removed from being named by Barron's as one of the top 20 investors of the preceding century. That was, there's a lot of insights that I received from working with him. But I think the main takeaways really where he emphasized that investing's an art as much or more than a science, and that kind of goes along with the flexibility and malleability. And he, to his credit, didn't ding me at all for the fact that I was sort of a liberal arts graduate with minimal financial skills, and I think that's actually been a point of success for me. But it took me a while to realize. I think also Richard, despite the fact that he again had accolades, had been named by Barron's, had plenty of money, was extraordinarily competitive, which is a trait that, for better or worse, I shared with him, and really was very much against apathy or complacency. And again, I think to be a great investor, being fluid, but also having this hunger and passion and sort of really a hatred for losing. I mean, I've always said I think it's more important that you hate losing rather than love winning. I think they're two distinct things. And I think I think I already possessed that, but he reinforced the ways that he influenced me was more about, I think really he instilled a sense of a confidence in doing things differently and being different. And he certainly was an eccentric individual himself, but I think also seeing that you need to be sometimes a little left or right of center to be a great investor. And so I think those things rubbed off. I think beyond that, and we talked about this earlier, maybe it's not a mentor in the conventional sense of like, hey, we work together, but reading books, and I think reading a number of the narratives and quotes that Stan Druckenmiller has come out with. There's just such an abundance of things to read, and particularly I think his mindset and the way that he also kind of approaches the markets and talks about liquidity. Or I love his quote about basically he says like great investment managers need to focus. The ones that he knows have focused on their failures, and requires a huge dose of humility. I think there's a lot of lessons you can learn from reading about the great investors, getting access to interviews or newsletters or full books if that's what it takes.